Hello, I'm Dirk, and welcome back to Coach's Corner. This podcast is designed for professional coaches looking to develop themselves in the fitness industry and improve their one-to-one coaching business. Happy New Year and welcome back. So, in this episode, we're going to look to reflect on 2021, set your goals for 2022, both personal and business goals, and then we're going to look at the best ways to goal set for your clients. So sometimes I'm joined by a special guest. This week I'm going solo, but we've got quite a few things to discuss this week, so we'll dive straight in. So topic one, reflecting on 2021. You must do this. You must make your time for this. Don't find excuses. You just got to do it. If we're going to goal set with clients, we have to do ourselves first. Okay, so before you goal set for your clients, take the time, sit down, look at your year. So a lot happened with us last year. There was, with the COVID, with staying the first 3 months were lockdown. Then there was like a gradual open. So much happened last year, and it's important that you sit down and reflect on your year. So what you want to do is log into your accounts, and have a look at your peak months. Your peak months of PT, what were your best months? Look at how many sessions you were delivering on different months. If you worked with me before and I gave you a spreadsheet that does this, this is when you sit down and go through that. If you don't track like this, then I advise you do. Look at things that went really well in your business, and then look at things that need improving. So you should do this because we're running a business. You should, when it comes to reflecting the year, reflect on your fitness and yourself. Reflect on your own personal development, and then reflect on where your business is at. I like to grab my phone, go through my camera roll, because when you look through all your pictures throughout the year, you can see some of the things you've done. Go through your Instagram, look at some of the posts you've done, because our minds are so busy all the time. We're always up to something. It's hard to remember what we did January, February, March, April. There might have been some huge highlights in that area that you're forgetting about, and you might be focusing on maybe having a negative November and December, and you're ending your year on a negative when there was actually so much positive at the beginning of the year, or vice versa. If there was a negative period and you got through it, then that's a positive to see how hard you worked and the challenges you got over to come out the other side. So take the time to reflect, and from there then start goal setting for yourself for 2022. And what you should do with this is ask yourself, what's the one big thing you want to achieve this year? What's the one big thing you want to achieve in 2022? And in 2021, for example, my big thing was that I wanted to start a podcast. Now, when I started the podcast, I had people coming up to me saying things like, how many views did you get? Is your podcast doing well? Many people listening? And I wasn't even checking those stats, because at the time it really didn't matter. The process of starting a podcast was so much bigger than actually if anyone was actually listening to it. The process of sitting down, I never used to film it. Now I film it. So the process of sitting down, getting all the kit, learning how to talk to a camera, and I've got my script here, on my iPad, learning how to write a script and put it all together. The process of doing that was more important than how many views I got. Now, 2022, it's all about views and subscribers. So I've set myself goals on how many subscribers I want for YouTube, how many subscribers I want to the podcast, how many episodes I want listened to, etc. But last year, the process of actually starting a podcast was bigger than how many people would listen to it. So that was my one big goal last year, was to start a podcast and a YouTube channel. And I do two. I do one for Coach's Corner, and then I do one for my personal training business. Because if you follow me, I've got two jobs. I've got my PT life, and then alongside that, I then work with PTs as well in my PT manager's life. So I've kind of got a 50-50 split, and I try to do one of each. The year before, the thought of doing that was quite daunting. Now it comes a little bit more natural to me, and I've still got a long way to go. I've still got a lot of development to do, but that's what I mean by having one big thing you want to achieve. So when you're setting goals, think about what's the one big thing you want to achieve this year. And when you're looking at like business goals especially, there's three ways to kind of write this goal down. You have like a vision, then you have a performance goal, and then you have a process goal. So for example, let's say you're just starting a new PT business and you want to be delivering 20 sessions a week. You're like, okay, I want to grow to developing 20. I want to grow my business, so I've got 20 one-to-one clients per week booked in. Right, that's a vision. That's something that is measurable. I'm thinking about SMART goals. That is something that is measurable. You'll put a time frame on that. So the first 12 weeks in 2022, you want to build your business back to delivering 20 sessions a week. That's a smart, measurable goal, right? Then you have performance goals, and this is where you break your goal into phases. So it could be a performance goal, could be improve my sales process. In order to get in order to deliver 20 sessions a week, I need to improve my sales process. So the sales process would then be a performance goal. From that sales process, you'll break that into process goals that you can just tick off. So how would you improve your sales process? It could be create a PAR-Q, create a contract, redesign my price list, write a load of emails that I can instantly send to members as I book them in. So it could be like a new joiner email, it could be a taster email, it could be sales process, design a consultation process. And these are things that you can tick off. All right, write a contract, print it, tick, that's done. Design a PDF price list, done it, looks all nice, saved on my iPad, done, tick. Write a consultation structure, tick. Once you've done these 5 areas, let's say you have 5 process goals, once you've done those 5, that means you can tick off that you've improved your sales process. By improving that sales process, you'll be able to hit your vision goal, which is 20 sessions a week. Yeah, does that make sense? It could be another process goal, so that's going to help you hit your vision. Could be organize my sign-up process. So what happens when a client signs up with you? And it could be like joining instructions. This is where you send them the next steps email. So once you've met them for a consultation, you told them next steps, boom, they'll receive this email straight away once they sign up. Then it could be sign them up to create an account on their training software, write them a program, send them a nutrition article, collect payments, tick. There could be like 5 things that you need to design, get in place, so when you do get a client, they'll go through these 5 steps that you've designed, and then that means you've now got a sales process sorted, you've got an onboarding process sorted. These are 2 big performance goals that's going to help you hit your vision. Does that make sense? So think about the one big thing you want to achieve this year. When I was doing a podcast, it was like, first of all, buy the kit. I needed to buy a camera, I needed to buy a mic, I needed to think about how to write a script. I then followed somebody on YouTube, and I was kind of like watching how to do this, how to set up lighting. I've got a big old light here, and I've got, in case you're wondering, this isn't a little dedicated studio. This is the corner of my bedroom, but now this corner of my bedroom is my film studio. It's the same with any habit. How do you make a habit? Well, you need to make a place for it, a time from it. Is it what, when, how? You need to, okay, for me to film a podcast, I need to set the camera and lights up like this. I need to have my iPad here, this, so that's how I'm going to do it. When I have I have a date in my week that I do my podcast, and then I have a process of doing that. Yeah, so like any habit, you need to kind of tick all these things off. Relating back to fitness, if you wanted to train first thing in the morning, what does that look like? That looks like I need to wake up at 6 a.m. I lay my clothes out the night before. I'll then go running at 6:30. I'll do a stretch at this time. You kind of tick it all off, so then you get up. You don't think, you just do. So and then training first thing in the morning becomes a habit. Okay, I went a bit off then. So yeah, so when you're setting your goals, you've reviewed the last 12 months, and you look at the things you want to achieve this year. So first of all, you want to go big. What's your one big thing you want to achieve this year? Then you start, because it's a business goal, you do vision, performance, process goals, and break it all down. And then you look at, as a self-employed business person, or if you're in an employed gym, you still need to do the same. You're still, even when you work for a company such as Virgin, Third Space, Equinox, you're still running almost like a self-employed business, because they're your clients, you're training them. You've just got a different payment model through the gym. So then you still want to set yourself personal development goals, money goals, and then performance gym goals yourself. So personal development goals, that could be reading, that could be a podcast, that could be filming YouTube, getting better at Instagram, creating a TikTok. That could be like a personal development kind of business goal. Money goals, how much you want to make this year? Is there anything you want to save for? Is there a holiday you want to go on? They're little money performance goals you could design. And then performance metric goals, as in for yourself, for your own training. How much do you want to bench this year? How much do you want to squat? What do you want to do your 5K time in? What do you want to do an FTP test in? Whatever you're training for at the moment. you want to create yourself goals for that. Your one big thing for fitness could be, I want to compete on stage, I want to do a cycling event, I want to do a half Ironman. I want to, you know, is there a really big fitness goal you want to achieve in the year? And then from there, you then make performance goals to help you hit that. Okay. Another one is like, where do you want to work this year? You going into January, you should be in the gym you want to work in for 12 months. If you shouldn't be like, I kind of like this place, I don't like this place, I'm looking for somewhere else. Before you build this massive business and really chuck yourself in a year, are you currently in the place you want to work for the next 12 months or 6 months? Or, have you thought about that? Or are you just going through the motions, the same thing every year? So you've reviewed your year, what went well, what went wrong, and now you're setting your goals off. This is a big thing I want to achieve. This is my vision, my performance, my process. I'm happy in the gym I'm in, or I might start looking around at other gyms. And then you set yourself personal development, money, and performance goals. Now, a lot of people I've just been setting up in Gymbox throughout December are now starting in January. Their goals are quite easy. Their vision goals is to build a PT business by April in the first 3 months of being at Gymbox, right? So it's quite easy to do this. But if you're already settled in a gym, then you might need to dive deeper of where you want to take your PT business. Okay, so reflect on your year and then set your goals, and then you dive into your clients. Because once you've set your goals, you'll get a second wind, you'll get a bit of motivation. I love this time of year. I love January because I'm a very much a self-development type of person. You should see my list. They're all checklists. If you ever worked with me, you know how organised I am. So you have no doubt that my goals are all in little tabs on my Trello board, which is a to-do list app software. I have everything fully broken down, and they're all achievable. And I'll get excited about where I'm going to be in 12 months' time. Because when you are running your own business, you could be literally anywhere. Things could go incredibly well, and you could really take off, or you can just like make small gains. But there's so much you can do when you're running your own business, and that's when you can start getting excited, and that's when you get a second win for the job again. If you're going through a down period, sometimes you just need a goal set, and that will give you that second wind. So once you've done your goals, you'll get excited, you'll be in a good mood, so then you contact your clients and you goal set with them. So again, you want to ask them what's their one big fitness goal they want to achieve this year. Do they want to do a cycling event, a triathlon? Do they want to run a half marathon? Do they just want to create better habits, get in a better training cycle, get in a better sleep pattern? Is this stuff they want to do? Once you've asked them that, what you should do with them first is their 2021 review. You could send them a survey, you could just contact them, you could jump on a Zoom call with them. But what we want to do is review their year of how far they've come since they've been training with you. And then you want to start putting performance measured goals based on everything they've achieved and where they want to go. So they're currently back squatting 100 kilos. Dude, we're on track. I think you should set yourself a new back squat goal of 110 kilos for a 3-rep max by April 2022. We'll do 12 weeks training, we'll go through a couple of phases of training, and then we'll do a test week on week 12 to hit that 110 kilo goal, for example. Okay, if they're a runner, right, so you're currently running 25 minutes, that's great. Let's try to get that down to 23 minutes. Write a structured training program, get them to do a park run, a max effort park run. Boom, they then hit that next performance goal. So goal set, reflect on your year, goal set for yourself, reflect on the client's year, and then goal set for them. And by goal setting for them and setting them smart goals, you can start thinking about their programming, their plan, and where their training is going to go with you. And that's the thing I love doing most. I've just spent the whole weekend and a bit before New Year doing reviews of my clients, writing out their programming. It takes ages, but once it's done, there's no better feeling. Training's done, their plan's done, they are fully set up, ready to go. And then for the next 12 weeks, I'll be working with them, comment on their workouts, tracking their progress, building up to hit their goals and get their 2022 off to the best possible start, right? So to quickly summarize on that, set your review and set your goals first, start that process, then do the exact same with your clients. Okay, so one more thing I just want to talk about is a little course I'm running on the 15th of January. So I've built this process called Starting From Scratch. It's a mixture of in-person coaching and online coaching for personal trainers. So the Starting From Scratch course is for new people that are new trainers that are just starting out in the industry, trainers that are just starting out in a new gym, or somebody that's staying in the gym and just needs a second win. So let's say you've lost your business and you're down to like delivering 5-6 sessions a week. To start from scratch course I've put together could be just what you need to give you that reboot to kind of relaunch your business going into January, so you can come out of Q1 of 2022, so go into April with a full client base. If you're brand new in the industry and you don't know where to start, then this course gives you all the business skills you need to set yourself up in the industry. And if you're moving to a new gym, if you ever moved before, you know exactly what I mean. It's moving to a new gym is tough. It is. You know, you're day one, week one in a new gym. You could have just been a big fish in your current gym. You know everyone, you know all the members, you know the team. You go to a new gym, you are completely starting again. And sometimes when you're starting again, whatever you did in your previous gym might not work the same way. So you might need a bit of a kind of restart mindset of like, I'm building from scratch. I need to change all my processes again because this gym's set up completely differently. So I've made a course called Starting from Scratch. There's a 1-day practical on Saturday 15th in central London. And then through the 12 weeks, I'll mentor you. There's a load of online courses I've kind of filmed that you'll be able to watch, and it could be exactly what you need, and I'll be your PT manager for the first 12 weeks. I've put a ridiculous claim that if you don't make at least 3 sales in the 12-week process we're together, I'll give you your money back, which is, that's an outrageous claim for me to make, but I guarantee you that you will build your business within this 12 weeks if I'm there to support you along the way. A lot of people struggle with sales. The thought of selling scares the hell out of them. A lot of people struggle with floor walking, and I kind of help you with those a lot. And then for the people that are good at that, then I'll give you tips on programming and how to set up a client and how to get all your processes fully fine-tuned. It's a job I do for Gymbox. It's a job I've done for years. I've worked with so many PTs. I'm incredibly good at the behind-the-scenes admin, and that's what I teach people how to do. So if you are joining a new gym, switching to a new gym, so if you're joining a new gym, starting fresh in the industry, or you're just hitting a bit of a rut, then the Starting from Scratch course is for you. It's not a basic course. There's a lot in there. And so check the link. I've got a January Kickstarter on just because it's the first time I'm launching this course, and I'm not going to lie, I want testimonials. I want to see as many people. I want to fill the course. There's only so many spots because there's only so many chairs in the room that I'm teaching in. But I really want to film. I really want to fill the course so I can get testimonials and evidence of people doing it. So if you want to be on the first kind of wave and get the deal on running, then see the link in the bio and jump on the January Kickstarter, because it'll get your year off to the best possible start. And sometimes you got to ask yourself, can you afford not to do the course? It's not can I afford to do it, it's can you afford not to. The price of the course is like less than selling one big personal training pack. I'll guarantee I'll sell you at least 3. So can you afford not to do it? That's the way to think about it. Right, that's enough trying to sell to you and plug courses. That's not the point of this podcast. My point of this podcast is to get specialist PTs on to interview and also just give constant tips and advice on what's going on in the industry. But now and then I will chuck a plug in there. Okay, so have a good month, people. I'll be back in February. I'll probably jump on with Mr. Adam Kent on February. I'll try to drag him out. He's going to have a busy January setting his team up. But if you listen to the podcast before, you know who he is, and I'll try to get him back in February. If this is the first time listening to the podcast, and go through the previous episodes, there might be just one little nugget in there that you'll really like. A lot of people like the floor walking episode, and a lot of people like the how to apply for a gym position episode. So check those 2 out. And of course, like and subscribe wherever you listen to. Right, thanks for listening, guys. I hope you found this useful, and I hope you get your year off to the best possible start. I'll be back in February, and if you've got any questions about anything, fire them over on my channels, and I'll get back to you. Well, Happy New Year, guys, and thanks for watching.